John Legend will perform an evening of songs and stories at the Sandler Center for the Performing Arts in Virginia Beach, Virginia. Legend's live show will feature intimate renditions of his greatest hits, All of Me, Ordinary People, Tonight, and fan favorites from throughout his 13-time Grammy-winning body of work built over 20-plus years, woven together with fascinating and unexpected stories from his life and career. John Legend is an EGOT-winning, critically acclaimed, multi-platinum artist and producer who has garnered 13 Grammy Awards, an Academy Award, a Golden Globe Award, a Tony Award, and 4 Emmy Awards, among others. Legend is one of only 19 people in the prestigious EGOT Club, a feat that places him among the most versatile entertainers in history. From recording studios to Broadway stages, from film sets to television screens, he's proven himself a creative force who transcends boundaries and redefines what it means to be a modern artist. Legend has released 11 albums throughout his career. Get Lifted, 2004. Once Again, 2006. Evolver, 2008. Wake Up, With the Roots, 2010. Love in the Future, 2013. Darkness and Light, 2016. A Legendary Christmas, 2018. Bigger Love, 2020. Lee G&D, 2022. Lee G&D, Solo Piano Version, 2023. And My Favorite Dream, 2024. After releasing the 20th anniversary digital deluxe version of his Grammy-winning debut album, Get Lifted, featuring new remixes and collaborations with artists including Tems, Simi, Killer Mike, and Lil Wayne, Legend launched his Get Lifted 20th Anniversary World Tour in May. The North American leg kicks off this August, bringing his acclaimed debut album back to the stage for a new generation of fans. Legend's influence extends to live performance, including his recent An Evening with John Legend, a Night of Songs and Stories tour in 2024. He won an Emmy as a producer for Outstanding Variety Special, Live, and was nominated for an Emmy for Outstanding Lead Actor for his outstanding portrayal as Jesus in NBC's Jesus Christ Superstar Live in Concert, 2018. Legend returned for multiple seasons, most recently finishing season 27, after joining The Voice as a coach for season 16, 2019. Legend will return to the red chair for season 29. Beyond music, Legend is a visionary producer and storyteller. Alongside partners Mike Jackson and Tay Sticklorius, he co-founded Get Lifted Film Co., which has created a wide range of acclaimed projects across major networks and streaming platforms. Recent highlights include the Emmy-winning HBO documentary 1000% NE, Drawing OP Mixed, Paramount's Lo Bi Mo Yu Fi, and Netflix's hit series Ray Litiatum and FLO. Upcoming projects include NBC/Peacock's Before I Let Go, inspired by Kennedy Ryan's best-selling novel, The War and Treaty, based on the lives of Black country music, stars Michael and Tanya Trotter, and the Broadway musical Soul Train and off-Broadway play Duke and Roya. Get Lifted's storytelling expertise also extends to publishing through Get Lifted Books, which champions diverse voices with recent releases including Dr. Ray Wengrant's memoir, Wild Life, and basketball legend Candace Parker's book, The Can-Do Mindset. Expanding his entrepreneurial footprint, Legend launched his self-care brand, Loved 01, in 2023, to bring consumers gentle but powerful skincare formulas at affordable prices. In 2024, he and his wife, Chrissy Teigen, introduced Kismet, a dog lifestyle brand offering premium food and accessories for modern dog families, which is available online and at When the Lights Dim, the crowd leans in, and a familiar voice fills the room with warmth and intention. Something electric happens. Music becomes memory, and concert becomes conversation. That's the promise of John Legend's upcoming performance in Virginia Beach, one of the most anticipated musical evenings of spring 2026. Legend's tour, An Evening of Songs and Stories, is more than simply another event. It's a journey through 2 decades of hits, heartfelt moments, life reflections, and musical milestones, delivered not just with incredible vocal prowess, but with a storyteller's heart. And on April 9, at the Sandler Center for the Performing Arts in Virginia Beach, fans will experience an intimate night that feels almost like the artist is inviting them into his living room. Ticketmaster US, the man behind the music. Why this tour matters. John Legend needs little introduction. He is one of the most varied performers of his time, with a career spanning chart-topping hits, dramatic power ballads, and collaborations that have defined modern R&B and soul. He's also one of the rare artists whose award shelf tells the story of both critical acclaim and cultural impact. A 13-time Grammy Award winner, an EGOT, Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony recipient, and a beloved voice in music, television, and activism. Akron Civic Theater. But an evening of songs and stories isn't just a celebration of awards or accolades. It's a reminder that at the heart of Legend's music always lies the human experience: love, loss, self-discovery, joy, heartbreak, and redemption. In an age of spectacle-driven stadium tours, this show strips everything back to its essence: voice, piano, and story. According to Legend, this format is one of his favorites since it enables him to interact with fans personally by disclosing the inspirations behind his songs, the events that influenced them, and occasionally, the very events that transformed his life. Rated R&B, April 9. A Night in Virginia Beach on Thursday, April 9, 2026. Virginia Beach will be treated to this unique experience. The Sandler Center for the Performing Arts is the ideal location for a night centered around storytelling and musical nuance because of its renowned combination of elegance and acoustic excellence. Ticketmaster US. For fans, it won't be just another date on a tour. The greatest hits will not only be performed but also explained, and the narratives between songs will be just as important as the melodies themselves. It will be a living, breathing experience of sound and emotion. Picture this: an audience settled into the glow of stage lights, a grand piano waiting center stage, and Legend walking out in that familiar understated confidence. Piano bench, microphone, and a world of emotion at his fingertips. What follows is not a setlist, but a conversation, with music as the language. An evening of songs and stories. What to expect. This tour concept started out as a series of more private dates, but because it feels intimate, it has developed into a celebrated experience over time. Sincerity is more important than spectacle. Honesty is more important than choreography. Lid for live music. Songs you'll hear. Legend has a huge catalog, but the songs and stories format focuses on the most poignant, memorable songs, the ones that fans are familiar with and that shaped his creative path. Expect heartfelt live renditions of classics. Like each song isn't just performed, it's introduced, often with personal anecdotes about its inspiration, the challenges of writing it, or the life moment attached to it. Stories from the heart. This is where an evening of songs and stories really shines. Rather than moving directly from one track to another, Legend pauses between songs to reflect, to explain why a particular piece mattered, or to share something meaningful about its place in his life. In other markets, fans have heard stories about his upbringing in Springfield, Ohio, the early days of chasing a music career, and how certain life experiences shaped his songwriting approach. Each song becomes a chapter in a greater story, and these narratives turn the concert from a performance into a sharing of life moments. The Suncoast Post. The setting. Sandler Center for the Performing Arts. The choice of venue is no accident. Intimate, acoustically rich, and stylishly built, the Sandler Center is a venue where music isn't just heard, it's felt. Its stage has hosted Broadway productions, classical performances, jazz ensembles, and now one of R&B's most compelling solo voices. For a show like this, the venue isn't just a backdrop, it's a partner in the experience. The acoustics allow the subtleties of a piano line to resonate, the nuance of whispered vocals to travel, and the emotional weight of each story to land fully with the audience. Perdo.com, events around you. Imagine Legend seated at the piano, softly introducing a song that fans have read about or streamed millions of times, but now hearing it live, with the story of its creation woven into every chord. That's what this concert is all about. The human side of an icon. John Legend, despite his immense success, has retained a reputation for being humble, thoughtful, and grounded. Whether he's performing on the red carpet, teaching on The Voice, or playing in front of thousands, what shines out is his ability to connect. In an evening of songs and stories, that connection deepens. Legend invites guests into his creative process and personal journey as he narrates his own life in addition to being a performer. The result? A concert that feels conversational rather than performative, intimate rather than impersonal, and meaningful rather than transactional. Why fans are excited? Fans aren't just showing up for the songs, they're showing up for the story behind the songs. For many, hearing Legend explain what a specific lyric meant to him adds a new layer of meaning. This tour isn't about spectacle. It's about authenticity. It has to do with shared vulnerability. It's an opportunity for longtime fans to hear well-known favorites from new perspectives. For younger listeners, it serves as an introduction to a discography that has influenced contemporary R&B music for more than 20 years. And for music lovers in Virginia Beach, it's a rare opportunity to see a truly global star in a setting that feels personal. A night where the moments between the hits are just as unforgettable as the hits themselves. A legacy in motion. John Legend's career is marked not just by platinum records and sold-out arenas, but by his ability to traverse genres, mediums, and emotional landscapes. He is a storyteller in the purest sense of the word. His tales are told through lived experience as well as lyrics. This tour, an evening of songs and stories, is a testament to that legacy. It strips away layers to reveal not just the performer, but the person behind the performance. Even his achievements, 13 Grammys, an Academy Award, a Golden Globe, a Tony, and many Emmys, reveal a career founded on beauty, depth, and intention. But what makes moments like the April 9 show in Virginia Beach truly special isn't the trophies, it's the shared human experience that music creates. Community, connection, and celebration concerts are more than entertainment. They're communal experiences. At the Sandler Center on April 9, fans won't just be witnesses to a performance. They'll be part of a collective memory, singing along, connecting with others in the room, and immersing in a shared emotional arc that only live music can deliver. Whether you're a longtime fan who has followed Legend's journey since his first album, a listener whose life has been soundtracked by his music, or someone simply curious about the stories behind the songs, this is a night designed for connection. John Legend's An Evening of Songs and Stories in Virginia Beach is more than a concert. It's a conversation, one conducted through keys and chords, through pauses and laughter, through reflections and revelations. On April 9, 2026, at the Sandler Center for the Performing Arts, music lovers will gather not just for a voice, but for a storyteller. They'll arrive as fans, but will leave having shared in something deeper. A night where music met memory, and stories lived in song.